frankly, we got 5 minutes until we start Dynamite. And I know if I go on this, I am going to go for a while here. So, what did you guys think for those that hung around? Would you be willing to sit through I guess that would have been a 20-minute video there of just us going all through things. Does it make sense for you guys? Is it... Well, we'll have to get the feedback as we go along here, but... All right, McCurdy, good to see you back from the ads. Once again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Just changing the theme of the show because, we're done the chat right now. I'm going to... for those that were on the ads, I am going to hold off on the Tony Storm talk about that. I might even do a separate video tomorrow before I start my Indiana Jones stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll just do a pre-recorded video if anything else. Just because, well, frankly, I don't want it running into the show like we did. The last time I did one of these and it went too long, it was the McMahon documentary and it went into Dynamite. And I want to watch Dynamite tonight because this is going to be a fun one. Brian Cage, Will Ospreay. So, in a matter of 2 weeks? 3 weeks. We're getting Omega Cage to Ospreay Cage. That's literally 2 weeks difference here. We got Swerve Strickland throwing out the little Elmer Fudd. If you guys didn't check out X today, we had Swerve Strickland do it sorry, forgive me 1 sec here. I want to get this back recorded here. All right, that's recording. We're good here. Sorry, I want to make sure that I get everything put together here, but we got Swerve Strickland putting out an Elmer Fudd GIF with Ricochet taking on AR Fox tonight, so... I loved Omega promo where it ended with, okay, now you can hit my music because I'm afraid of heights. It just... Omega's just perfect for some of those, right? Like, we're probably going to hear from him. I wonder who we're going to have. When Callis last week, he said he had a 5th member of the Callis family. Who do you think that is? Do you think it's Trent? Hey, Ed, how you doing here, sir? Hope you're doing well. Hope Hangman interrupts MJF. I don't, for the fact that if anybody interrupts MJF, that means the promo will go longer. I want these promos as tight and concise as humanly freaking possible. Forgive me, just want to get some iced tea in here after that long talk. No, just take the mic, hey. You know what's funny? Just over a year ago, we were all clamoring for MJF promos, and now we just can't stand them. AJ Styles, 5th member. Paul Heyman, 5th member. I think it's going to be Trent. I've heard rumors of it being David Finlay, whose contract is up in New Japan. I really hope that he does re-sign in New Japan. I think he does. I think he's more valuable in New Japan, more valuable to the New Japan product than he would be valuable to the AEW product. Because frankly, we're just so god dang top heavy. AJ Styles ain't never leaving the Fed. Yeah. I think his last couple of contracts he's done. He's probably going to finish his last match at Bound for Glory this year and just end it there. I think the 5th member is Trent, and then Omega says, I got more family. Hey, the fact that Ibushi's still available and just a lot of people forgot that he was actually still part of the promotion. It's funny, McKerndy, if you actually take a look at his ex, which I'm not talking about his ex-wife. I believe the popular term we use here is shitter. His profile doesn't have leader of Bullet Club anymore. There you go, Zodiac. He throws it right in for us. Kevin Steen, 5th member. Yeah, okay. By the way, you have You have shitter at B. Okay, yeah, all right, we're good here. Let me make my quick calls right now because there's only 4 matches I can call out quick. Charlotte for the Women's Rumble. Cena for the Men's. Kevin Owens for the ladder match. And DIY for the tag titles. 2-1. So they're literally opening up with Ospreay and Cage. Charlotte Punk, wouldn't surprise me if Punk wins, but I think Punk wants that opportunity to use his favor to get a match with Roman. Becky and Seth, husband and wife? Maybe. But as we're getting into it here, folks, once again, thank you for being here for the AEW Dynamite Sidecast tonight. We got a lot of great action coming up tonight. Based on the posters, it almost looks like Mercedes and Yuka Sakazaki are actually going to be the main event tonight. Maybe. That to me would be a little shocking, but I'd love to see it. I could see the favor being a guaranteed spot in the chamber if he loses the run. I think it'll be bigger than that, honestly, McCurdy. I honestly feel that if Punk's not going to play that card for something small, like a guaranteed chance to get it something, I think it's going to be to get a guaranteed something. And I'm still, my heart of heart feels that My heart of heart feels that it's going to be, or it should be, Cena versus Owens, where Cena gets that 17th title. I think the favor is Punk versus Roman or Seth again. Yeah. Hinder thinks Drew's going to win the... Hey, you know what? I have to say this. Wrestling is in such a great spot right now. We could talk Rumble. We could talk this match. Like, there are so many different shows and so many different options about what we get to watch here. This is freaking amazing. And I appreciate that there are so many top level talents. And hell, who would have thought a month ago that they were going to have Brian Cage here back on this main event stats? We've always talked about it. Like, Brian Cage needs to be on this level. And now he just pops in. Yeah, Maple Leaf returns in March. That'll be fun. Oh, God, this pile of human feces here. Well, the first of the family beat up Omega. What a shock. Gee, I wonder who did it. Takeshita and Fletcher, maybe? Oh, God. Brian Cage just said, nope, we ain't doing that. Anybody can win the Rumble. I wouldn't care if Penta win. Yeah, like, there's like 10 people that could win it, so that's why I don't really give a full-fledged, wholeheartedly, this has to happen prediction for it. But the last thing I'll say about the Rumble here, just a special side note, there will be no Dynamite or a Collision Sidecast on Saturday. Cage stealing Joe's bit there with the no sell right there. We will be on after the... I don't think you're insane. There's talks about him being there, but we won't know until Saturday if Lesnar's actually a part of it. That's the thing. Because on Friday, they get to rule whether the lawsuit's going to be public or private. The Janelle Grant lawsuit. If it's private, Lesnar's free and clear to do whatever. If it's going to be public, WWE is going to avoid that with a plague. Oh my God. What the hell is that? Oh, Cage is going for a walk. This is scary strength, you know that? Hey, you didn't. Ospreay just about to go down. Up. Yep. Ospreay, you might be, or Omega, you might need to make a call. I got a feeling the Bucks are probably going to show up as part of this. They got to include him somehow in this. I think it's sort of apropos and necessary at this point. Attaboy Taz. I think the Bucks return Grants. That's probably it. I think it makes that sense. I hope Lesnar gave get clear because I'd love to see him back in WWE as long as they'll make him the incredibly OP 2-minute match wins and I'll stand up with my statement from before. I really do. There is so much good talent around. I don't think we need to worry about a particular wrestler. If there's any problems with them, they don't need to be there. Which, by the way, once again, that filters into that Britt Baker comment, which, by the way, Ibu from Fightful actually did resign over that. Apparently he got a little too deep in confidential conversations or feedback that he was receiving. Wheeler and Jay. So Wheeler's actually going to get beat for once. So Ricochet and AR Fox, like I was saying earlier, Swerve Strickland's got an Elmer Fudd gif on that graphic. So I'm guessing then Jeff and Claudio are the main event. I prefer Mercedes and Yuka, but let me the occasional squash match, but not come with a guy who has the talent to be number one guy losing the match just because dude in charts thinks he's cool. Yeah. I'm with you. And once again, like I said, there are so many different wrestlers that you can bring in that you have available. Like, that's one of the most disappointing things people, I think, are going to feel when it comes to wrestling over the next month. That there isn't a lot of people. I could see Mox and them attack Conrad Thompson. Maybe. I think it's a little dumb that you have an issue like what they did at the beginning of the match here. Or what they did at the beginning of the match. Sorry, what they did at the beginning of this match and do that same thing again. I don't want a damn Adilo moment, to be honest with you. Jay Quick. If you're not familiar with the damn Adilo, I know we've mentioned it a few times before, but comes back to OSW Review. They they remember that D'Lo Brown was actually most of the road agents for the early TNA shows. And whenever anybody finished with the same finish, it would be called the Damn It D'Lo. But look, his book and the stuff he'd do it. Maybe. I think Tony Khan doesn't get enough credit for the booking he does do. I know he does a lot of stupid stuff. Don't get me wrong. And he does a lot of stupid stuff, to say the least. Taste of the Peri Peri. How much did Excalibur pay Nando's to get that call? If Ibushi doesn't come back, who would Omega bring back with the Bucks? There are so many different options which way you could go, really. Bring somebody new, bring in somebody like you got the Hobbs thing too, right? While Hobbs is still going after the world title, he still is pissed off with Don Callis. Like, there's no shortage of people that want to see Don Callis put into a lawnmower and of course, Ospreay's just going to just show off like that. I think I'd eat. Like I said, there are so many wrestlers that are available right now. You can pretty much go 16 ways from sideways about which way you want to go there. Think if they get desperate to be Hangman? Nah, I think Hangman's got his own way to go here. Hey, Jaylee, how you doing? Good to see you here. I got a hydrate here going. Nice little bit of iced tea here going tonight. Hope you're doing well, Jaylee. Hope everything's going smoothly for you. We had a little hard iced tea. No, I'll be honest. I can't remember the last time I actually had a drink. It's not like I'm forcing myself not to have a drink or anything, but just work all time, and honestly, it's a lot cheaper not to. I love that kick up. But yeah, just so you guys know, that video will be available hopefully tomorrow at about 4 Eastern to... My God, that lariat. The one talking about the 2K arrivals. Yeah, Will ain't losing this match. Let's not even kid ourselves here. I'd love to see Cage win, but we're not going to see that here. But no, we talked about 2K25s, both PGA and WWE. We're going to be coming out in the next few weeks here. Looks like they were going to go to picture-in-picture, but now they're not. So is that an F20 if you do it off the top rope? Throw him out. Throw the bastard out. Come on, he's not the Bucks. He can go. Unless Omega just miraculously shows up here. Are you not throwing him out? Of course not. You're the Bucks' personal referee. You never throw anybody out. Oh, the timing of that was horrible. Oh my God, here we go. Styles Clash out of nowhere. AJ, where are you, my friend? Well, Archer, you can come into the ring and do as much you want now. Yeah, we got no Omega. They're like, Kenny's gonna come out anyway, isn't he? Come on. I hear that battle cry. Not the best at singing these days, but this crowd is so dead. There it is. There's the pop you're looking for. Yeah, wake up, Alabama. Well, they got snow last week, so. When do we get the Hurt Syndicate versus Murder Machines feud? As soon as freaking possible if I had my way. Alabama has too many opioids. Wake up. Ah, there's your other two. Now, could this be the return of the Bucks? Or do they leave them laid out? It wouldn't surprise me to leave them laid out at this point either. Carry on my wayward son. No, they're going to leave him laid out. Yep. Archer go back at the ribs. Think Omega tells Ospreay a bit. Who knows? Ah, the generic WCW theme. You know, Takesha's in the ring. I love that, you know, just getting a Callus's heel, it's like a zombie. You can tell the segment's going long. All right. You know, sometimes beatdowns can go a little long. Knox like, yeah, this is enough. We got to go. That's why they were playing the music the first time. I would have somebody lay out Callus in Australia, maybe. Yeah, we get the point. Next! Next! All right. We like I said, we get the point. It's going good here. Let's move on. So, a little bit of controversy once again. What a shock, AEW versus WWE controversy. NXT Vengeance Day is on the same night as Grand Slam. Lucky for us, lucky for all of us, Grand Slam will not be on TV until after the NBA All-Star Game festivities. It is our main event tonight. I think something might be afoot tonight. Honestly, they don't put Mercedes and Yuka Sakazaki in a main event. With all due respect to Yuka, unless something big's happening at the end of this. At least I would think so. Please be wearing the Elmer Fudd hat. You put that... Maybe this is our hearing from MJF's shit. Pardon my French. Yeah, because you're a jackass.
MJF, and while you're here, can I talk to you about Jeff Jarrett's upcoming match tonight against Claudio Castagnoli? Max, please, can I have your attention?
Oh, sorry, love. ADD. How I feel tonight, I'm not going to let anybody, nobody, ruin my mood tonight, Renee. Tonight I get to prove that my words aren't just beautiful poetry. No. They're prophecy. See, last week, Double J, I told you that sometimes you're better off making a deal with the devil than you are defying him. And tonight you're going to learn that the hard way. Because tonight you are going to have to go out there alone and face one of the most dangerous men AEW has to offer in half man, half horse. Claudio
Half horse?
And that's all because of your dumbass.
Half horse.
Refused my sweetheart of an offer. But I got a new offer for you tonight, Jeff, and unfortunately for you, it's one you can't decline. And it goes something like this, Double J. The last outlaws, last ride.
Jarrett wins. Jarrett wins. That's what... Can we count it as anything else? I'd almost think you'd have to count that as they go to commercial break here. So yeah, for Hangman versus MJF at Grand Slam, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it yet. You got to start thinking about Revolution at this point. Grand Slam is getting pretty full already. You got to remember, it's only a 2-hour show. It's not a PPV. It's not 4 hours. It's only 2. So you only need 4 to 5, 6 matches tops. We're getting Okada and Buddy Matthews. We're getting Mercedes versus someone. I'm thinking that someone is Harley. We got Mariah and Tony. We got the Ospreay Omega Takeshita Fletcher match. We're almost full for Grand Slam already. Like, yes, they had to sell some tickets, but they also didn't have to... They don't have to overbook it. And the fact that, like I said, 2 hours, things are going to be nuts there for the amount of people that are there. I think they're going to start selling tickets now. It's been a while since they've been able to push the tickets properly. Just because there was no real matches on the card, so there's no way Jeff Jarrett loses this. There is a way. There is a way. It is Alabama. It is MJF involved in a feud, so anything could go screwy at any time here. I do feel that Jarrett should win this by hook or by crook and let Moxley destroy him instead. But can I see Jarrett losing this? Absolutely. You never know where Mox... Like you said, Jay Quick, this might be the day that they lay out Conrad Thompson, which would make half the internet cheer and applause. But let's back things up here. Hold up. Can we go back about 6 steps here to ask a more important question? Why in the blue hell was Hangman Page looking for Swerve? After everything that's gone on with those two, and the fact that the feud should be done, why is he looking for Swerve? Is there something I'm missing here? Is he coming to apologize for everything that he's ever done? Because that would be the craziest thing in the world to happen here. Secretly, hey man, Swerve for the tag titles? Maybe. Oh, this feud. I'll say that if you didn't watch last Saturday, you definitely missed out. I know a lot of people watched.
Unfortunately, Big Bill,
Oh,
I wasn't cleared to travel to Dynamite tonight. But just as we went off that stage on Collision, I told you.
Hangman's a babyface, maybe.
But when I'm cleared to come back, I'm going to show you that hell is just the beginning.
Ooh.
Well, Tony, of course, it was bloody, it was brutal, as I mentioned. It was a bag full of bricks that Big Bill hit Powerhouse Hobbs with. That's why Hobbs is cleared. Right?
He didn't hit him with a bag of bricks. Somebody forgot to rewrite the storyline.
He's not going to stop coming at you, but
Oh no, that's right. He did hit him with a bag of bricks before he tried to handcuff him, even though the handcuffs are fucked up. If you guys didn't see it, the handcuffs were handcuffed into each other, so without the key, he couldn't get him. Bill couldn't get him loose, so they basically had to improvise. But no, like last Saturday, if you guys watched Saturday Night's Main Event, good power to you. I think you missed a hell of a show if you didn't watch Collision, including the segment of the year, which, like I said, I wanted to get involved in a story or a video to talk about it, and just how that segment gave me a 90s vibe again, and why it was such a great idea to have that happen. Half man, half horse. I don't know. That might stick for a while. But that's intriguing with Hangman looking for Swerve. Yeah, like, I just, you had to sit back and think of that. I'm like, why is he looking for him, of all people? I think this might be one of the this might be one of the first real honest to goodness runs where Jeff Jarrett is a true blue baby face. There's always been 16 Shades of Grey with him being a face in TNA. Anytime you have the owner end up being a baby face, you know that's. And yeah, Claudio, you might want to defend those titles. Yeah, like. So pointless having those titles. Jarrett's going to just try and punch his way out of it. Ugh. Hoping you hear from a Swerve and Hangman shows up. I think that's just a subtle nugget we'll save for later. Swerve's going to come out later when Ricochet's there. Like I said, it's hyped up on X. You know what's going to happen, right? Even though X is like the source of disinformation in this world, but...
It seems like Jeff Jarrett in pursuit of what could be the final championship of his career seems to have irked MJF. Oh, Jeff Jarrett, I mean, has he...
What a lariat.
As Jeff Jarrett called it, MJF could be a one-hit wonder if he only holds the AEW World Championship and World Championship one time in his...
So they're doing live Collision next week. I'm happy to see that.
And then the words got very down and dirty and personal between the two men. Neutralizer reverse, Jeff Jarrett rolls through, steps through, looking...
Maybe Hangman was looking for Nana Coffee.
Great positioning by Jeff Jarrett. Had his back to the ropes, but did reach the length of Claudio Castagnoli.
Honestly, Jarrett's wrestling a good match here.
The thing is, and we know this guy's a figure four does not have to be on long to do damage, especially when you have long legs and deep inseam.
He's being smart.
I know about having big inseam, so I get it, man. But it's
At least the crowd's at least warmed up a little bit. Oh, and here comes Wheeler.
Who's lined up to face Switchblade Jay White later on tonight.
I'm assuming Jay White's going to come out here in just a moment, just to...
Trying to restore order. Jeff Jarrett on the outside. Fans don't go anywhere. The action continues live on Dynamite.
I want to watch. I want to watch. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. At least they're showing the USA commercial here in Canada. If you guys aren't familiar, if you're from the States or something, yes, it is true. We do get to watch Collision on the USA Network here in Canada. There's a new USA Network. Basically, it was a formerly Discovery Channel here in Canada. And it got moved over to... what is now known as the USA Network to confuse everybody. Once again, everybody, we're 30 minutes in to Dynamite tonight, and it's great hanging out with all of you. We're having a lot of fun here tonight. We're talking a lot of wrestling. We were talking a little bit about the Rumble earlier, talking a little 2K earlier. After we're done here, we're going to be playing a little WWE 2K24 My GM. Only one show tonight because we do have a PLE, and going forward, up until the end of season 4, we are going to be doing one show a night. So we won't be out of here extra late anymore. If we do one show a night for every night that's coming forward, we will finish season 4 a week before 2K25 comes out. So then from there, we just have to figure out how we're going to do this here. Might have a couple people lined up already that want to play a little GM mode with me here. So if I can get everybody to come on consistently after Dynamites and Collisions, or even if we just do one, we might have to skip around once in a while. We'll see how things happen. But either way, thank you guys for hanging out tonight. We can figure out a million different ways to figure things out, so. I still love the fact that Mercedes and Yuka are going to main event tonight. Just for the fact that not only is that going to be a fun match to watch, because Yuka does have the talent, and she was getting a bit of a push there before injuring her knee again in that match with Serena Deeb. But it also could lead after the forward where Yuka won. It helped. It helped that Harley Cameron came out to assist Yuka after a beatdown by Deonna Purrazzo and Serena Deeb. So
Shot at John Moxley, the AEW World Championship, but Claudio Castagnoli doing everything in his power to prevent that. There's a couple
basically helped Yuka win that match in many ways too.
Seen it all. He has absolutely seen it all. Almost 2,400
Because Taya Valkyrie actually it was Deonna and Taya. That's what it was. Sorry, my brain was a little short there. Short little brain power.
with the most powerful man delivering the blows.
Too much wrestling going on. You forget different storylines and sometimes.
is hooked in.
And then Jarrett has done everything you just said, Shivani, for sure. An amazing career. And I'm not saying that in past tense, he's still in great shape. But you're dealing one Castagnoli. Good luck. It's
My goodness, that beard from Wheeler is looking huge.
Generation wrestler, but a third generation member of a pro wrestling family. It is in Jeff Jarrett's blood rushing leg sweep. You didn't get the leg in, but you don't have to. If you have a guy with that height, you can snap his head back like Jarrett did. I mean, very good modification. Would you call it a Russian head sweep then? A head sweep, yes.
A Russian head sweep. Attaboy, Taz.
Claudio, I know. Using those uppercuts. Notice how Jeff Jarrett's head rocked back, Tony.
Absolutely did it.
Nice little uppercut here.
But notice how Jarrett continues to move forward.
And he does. And you're right. Yeah.
Oh, and 2K25 has the QTE back and forth still in it, so everybody can rejoice.
Claudio trying to oh no! Watch out. Changes levels. One. Uppercut. Nice shot there.
Jarrett had that newfound hair flying back, came right back on the fist.
Jeff Jarrett looking like he's just stuck his finger in an electrical socket with his hair.
Claudio Castagnoli sweeps out. Look at the figure four once again. Castagnoli using that leg to push off, send Jarrett into the corner. Oh, Jarrett escapes, and now look at kicking at the back of the knee.
again going after that leg. We saw that figure four earlier.
So he's going after both legs, not just the one that he needs for the figure four.
The kick. Oh, he got all done.
Nope, missed.
Nancy Gary, Claudio ducked him, and now Claudio thinking giant swing. Oh no, Jeff Jarrett going for a ride here. Oh my God.
This is hilarious. Everybody else grabs their head. Jarrett grabs his crotch.
Really the knee. The knee giving out.
When you do that spin, everybody's usually ducking their heads, holding it high.
Claudio,
Jarrett's got his head literally over his crotch.
he turned it. Jeff Jarrett, he knows this sharpshooter. He knows this hold well. But Claudio Castagnoli has it
He doesn't want to bring it. They don't want to bring up Owen Hart again.
really tap out here.
Because if he wants to know anything about the sharpshooter, that's how you're gonna know about it.
Jarrett it's slipping through his fingers before our eyes. Where is Jarrett getting this from, Shivani?
I don't know, and digging deep for all those years, and he's going to get out of it here, Taz.
He sure did. Look at oh wait, Jeff Jarrett now. Reversing a sharpshooter of his own. As Claudio making a different reach the wall.
Wow. It's a sharp shitter, but it's still a sharp. It's still not bad.
Throw the Jarrett to the ring. Bryce Remsford distracted by Yuna's presence, but while all this is going on, Claudio Castagnoli, the chair. Oh my God. Death Run has had a game plan. Swing and a miss by Castagnoli. Jeff Jarrett was around, and oh my God, John Moxley. With Plan A to
Oh, there's Planet. Moxley's that scared that he has to put. He's got to interfere.
Chances, title hopes a shot right now, meaning Jarrett's.
the paradigm shift. Jeff Jarrett and Claudio Castagnoli wants to remove all the neutralizer. Castagnoli. This is horrible.
Oh, this is done.
Just cover him, Claudio. What is Claudio?
Oh wait, he's not done. He looked over his shoulder at John Moxley. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jarrett
Jarrett lands on his knees.
covers. 2, 3.
Well, you got to give a big assist to the Death Riders, especially.
But Mox had to come out and interfere.
What an effort right there by Jarrett, though.
You know what? It just seems to me that it is going to be next to impossible to deal with these guys. I mean, John Moxley may hold on to this world title as long as he wants.
Tony, I think that is a very distinct possibility.
Who's Marina looking at?
John Moxley and the Death Riders. And for those that don't realize, we assume that the world title's in that briefcase that Marina is holding. That metal briefcase, tough to see here, but
And here comes MJF to have a nice little talk, guaranteed.
interview with Renee Paquette that she conducted with John Moxley and the Death Riders addressing
By the way, did you guys get to check out that interview with Moxley and with the entire Death Riders with Renee?
world champion for the final time in his career.
One of the things I don't like about the Death Riders, they give the aura that they're supposed to be dominant, but because they have a shenanigans, they feel like discount bloodline. Absolutely. It almost feels like that's the only way you can book somebody to be that strong.
Claiming another world championship. Hey, it might not be popular, guys, but I respect the timing of picking his spots by MJF right now. I do. I think it's smart.
Never cared for the bloodline. No.
See the smile.
Sir, no, sir!
Yeah, I know. That's why I think you're going to be the first one to go through that showcase mode in 2K25 when it comes out. Please let the... Okay, so 6:41. Let's see how long this damn promo takes. Let's see what it does. Jay Quick, just give it.
Like I said, picking his spots. MJF does it better than everybody. He knows that Dynamite Diamond ring, of course.
Okay, is he going to talk?
Damage there.
Ah.
Absolutely it did.
Oh.
Jeff, as you know, I truly respect my elders. And that's precisely why I'm not gonna say I told you so.
Okay, so Hobbs was supposed to wrestle this week. They just, Hey! 1 minute promo.
That match will shake a free.
Sorry, I quickly saw a note there that Sean Ross Sapp was reporting that Hobbs was pictured into this weekend's tapings because they're taping Collision tonight as well because of the Royal Rumble, obviously. But unfortunately, the cut that he had is not allowing him to participate. So, is this our first Revolution commercial? Ah, it's a Revolution commercial. Okay. I'm looking forward to this.
Tim's new white chocolate pistachio lattes.
Not looking forward to that because Tibbs ain't paying me to be on the air here. No, I think we're going to get MJF and Jeff Jarrett. Probably, I'm thinking Revolution. Just, it feels like that's your ultimate Southern match. That would be a match that MJF definitely would want, so. But yeah, no title shot for Jeff Jarrett. Now Moxley is free and clear to take on Adam Copeland. Or Cope, as the cool kids say, apparently. Claudio proves that once again he is half man, half horse, according to MJF. And, yeah, Wheeler should have just stayed right out there because he's got a match here right away against Jay White. So, would have been nice to see those two flow into each other here better, but Claudio, can you go beat up MJF? I think he has to be a face to do that now because, frankly, I don't see a lot of... I do give a lot of credit to that video that they did on Up Close with Renee that I got a chance to watch earlier this morning. Basically, they're talking about, basically this feud is going to be up against the Elite. Because they basically claimed that the Elite screwed this up, and one little mistake is going to take all of wrestling back to the Dark Ages. Because they've worked so hard to make it a good sport. But one lunatic decision could drive the sport back. And he's probably saying about who's going to be the next champion after Mox, right? He just doesn't want another David Arquette going on, right? So that's probably the biggest thing right there. As we are in the commercial break. Sorry, I just blazed out for a second there. Ugh. Now, things are shaping up nicely tonight. We got 2 of the 5 scheduled matches out of the way already tonight. Probably going to get a little bit of promo time coming up here as we approach the top of the second hour. Because I got a feeling Swerve's probably going to be here for the top of the second hour. So that's roughly where the match is going to line up with Ricochet and AR Fox. Then you put Yuta and Jay White in that spot that
Violence may be disturbing to some viewers.
Yuta and Jay White in that spot that normally the women are in.
Ricochet, earlier today, I tried to get a word with Swerve Strickland. However, he is nowhere to be found. But I have been informed from Tony Khan that in your match tonight against AR Fox, if he interferes at all, he will have to forfeit his match with you next week in Atlanta.
Really? Good, because finally, Swerve is out of my business.
Ricochet, you said that you've got a lot that you want to get off your chest. What's on your mind?
Renee, we are not going to do this right here. I mean, look at how I'm dressed. What do you think, that I'm some sort of hoodlum? No. See, you and I are going to do this in a formal setting this Saturday on Collision.
Yeah.
But as for tonight, the powers that be here in AEW seem to further bully me by putting me in a match against AR Fox 1 week before one of the biggest matches of my career. So, if you don't mind, let me go take care of this situation real quick.
Good luck tonight.
Wow. Can anybody say prick?
Tonight on Dynamite, but if Swerve interferes tonight, could be in jeopardy. But it was Ricochet last week that tried to interfere in Swerve's match.
So, Swerve's not allowed to interfere in the match. But once that bell goes, anything goes, right? If I do remember like that, anything goes.
He's a dangerous man, Ricochet. Works with a weapon. Gotta be careful. Outdoor match, but needing the scissors and the history we've seen recently.
The scissors and the history and all that great stuff.
Ricochet pushed over the brink. Yeah. By Swerve Strickland, they will finally meet 1 week.
That's going to be a fun match next Wednesday. I hope you all are here and able to see it.
Guys, I'm sorry. That's gonna be a great match. And there's so much animosity towards
And just think, we're already into the second month of 2025. Like, this first month has just flown by.
join us for Atlanta for this grudge match. That is assuming that Swerve
Makes you wonder what kind of crowd they're going to get
It's not going to be easy right there controlling, so I can tell you that.
next week. It just... Raw was there last week, or two days ago. Fox looks like he just got out of his car and got into the ring. That jacket on, those... I know those are his regular pants, but he just looks like he just got out of the car, ran to the ring.
AR Fox, their time on the independent scene in the 2010s. Yeah, these two men were tearing it up across the country, around the world, and now it coming full circle here tonight on Dynamite. Ricochet already has one AEW win over AR Fox. Can he make it two?
Well, that remains to be seen as we
say, but if you're new to watch these two athletes and watch AEW, I mean, he's a
Can you imagine AR Fox get the upset victory here? And Swerve comes out and just never lets him get the end of it.
and exciting with some dangerous stuff involved there, Shimano.
Just saw him parking cars. That's a better joke than what I had. I will give you that.
Fox has 4 wins over Ricochet, but I just don't know. I don't know if there's any place to hide a sense of
I think you might be right about that, Shimano. I don't think there is.
And just to make it perfectly clear so that we don't get any trouble, this is 2025. We're referring to the jacket, all right? I keep forgetting we gotta be a little bit careful these days on some of those jokes, right?
S grip that AR Fox has, it's tough. It's tough. You're tightening up your body. You're trying to break that grip. You're trying to get to a vertical base.
And Taz, you mentioned the similarities between these two athletes. Not often that it goes to the ground. They like to keep it.
AR Fox it's nice to see him get a little bit more of a show here on the main show, on one of the main shows.
And now Fox.
My God, the last time I seen a corkscrew brain buster like that, I think it was Peyton Royce that was doing that. Or if you don't remember her name proper, it was Cassie Lee in WWE, one half of the Iconics. When she ended up going solo, that was her finisher. She didn't do it to the same, 13 revolutions that AR Fox just did, but it still looked just as deadly.
Favorite character. And now Fox, big boot in the face.
Yeah, Ricochet's feeling it, man. Grabbing at his nose, his mouth. You got dinged up. A guy kicks you in the face. It's pretty evident now.
Love to see that contract entry of the Fed or AEW.
Ricochet.
I know Cassie's getting a little bit more, or she's getting a little bit more involved in the social medias again, which I think all of us could be very thankful for. It's not at the same level as Rhea Ripley breaking the internet again today. If you guys haven't seen that, guys and girls.
I gotta believe he knows that.
Okay, that sucked. That sucked.
Or a hip toss on the apron. I don't know if I've seen that in a long time. Faked everybody out.
No flips for you. No flips for you. I am better than that. I have no flips for you. When those flips came out, he just simply said,
Sir, no, sir!
well, yeah, that... No, I think Cassie might be coming back, but not Billie Kay. She's can't remember if she's pregnant again or if she's pregnant right now. I'd have to look it up. I do believe that was the case, though. Because I know they were doing a podcast for a while. Work a little bit of TNA for a while. I think they would have fit in perfectly here at AEW. And maybe revamp a little bit of the tag division here for the women. Not that we have one to begin with, but at the same time. It's hard enough for us to get a single match here for the women, or more than one match for the women, sorry. Like literally right now, the only two promotions really that you can't complain about the women's booking is, for many respects, TNA and also NXT. Everybody else, yeah, the booking overall is garbage. Or not to the level that it should be, I think is a better way to put it, right? Sorry about that, chat. But yeah, well, it's nice to see Ricochet here in a different level. It just finding a role and fitting in. He is one of the major feuds here in AEW right now, so the fact that he just could not break through in any other promotion that he was working with. Oh boy. Folks, we got a fair bit to talk about next week. I might even start earlier next Wednesday. Capcom just announced an hour ago that they have an update coming up on their future games with Monster Hunter Wilds. But more importantly for me, the Marvel Fighting Collection and the Capcom Fighting Collection too. That is scheduled out, so I just reposted on X for anybody that's wondering. Good old Tempest pulling his hair out. He was pulling his hair out after that Jeff Jarrett finish. I'm trusting the Jeff Jarrett story. I still believe that his match for the title is going to be in Calgary. Just because Owen Hart meant so much to him that I just think it makes sense to have that match there. And I think this is a blip in the road. Like, it doesn't have to be the winner of the Owen Hart tournament. I think it would be a separate match.
Would not surprise me, guys, if Ricochet would try to do some things to try to coax Swerve out.
I can see that. I can see that happen. But I mean, remember, it was 1 week ago, Swerve Strickland facing AR Fox, and it was Ricochet who tried to intervene. Just pointing that out, Taz.
As Taz is speechless. Either that or his mic's off, one or the other.
Yeah, look at this. Ricochet again. Throughout that break, we noticed he was in control. You pointed out Excalibur. Doing that hip toss on the Ricochet.
Well, Ricochet's entrance to WWE was featured after The Rock.
Rush out here.
Standing moonsault press. Parlay cooked, and
The People's Moonsault. The People's Moonsault.
Shoe bump, wasn't it? Well, that's kind of Ricochet's thing, right? I mean, we're seeing this different side of Ricochet, like I was saying, he's not a man of the people. You don't think that, Shivani, right? It's not like you're a man of the people. He's not a man of the people, right? Don't you think so?
Shivani is always a man of the people.
But the hop over the way he approached that elbow drop, it just...
look at this. Ricochet.
I see a standing Spanish fly in order here.
Swing and a miss on both sides.
Oh, never mind. Double cross body.
That was a bad collision for both these athletes, guys.
Watch Swerve just forfeit his spot.
Man, that was impact.
Or Hangman comes out and beats up Ricochet just for Swerve. Swerve, I'm looking for you. Swerve, I need to talk to you.
Flesh in the middle of the ring. Both men struggling for their feet.
I was saying earlier, I told you guys they have obviously that similar style to each other, and it was evident there.
Now Fox though with those big overhand right hands.
Rangy. Fox is rangy. Look at the athleticism of Fox.
Oh, God. Nice shot to the face.
Stunned. He remains on his feet. Fox goes underneath.
Nice reef through there.
Oh, look at this.
Nice Fisherman's Buster there.
Captured the cover. Get the win potentially. No.
No, Shivani, that would have been a big upset right there.
That was not a kick out.
Over that time,
That was a shot to the chest saying, get off me, and he actually did. I wouldn't have got off.
Ones do, they're able to just pop a shoulder up, right? You know, get some of that leg
Yeah, that didn't sound right.
kick out. It's key to success in this industry.
Now AR Fox looking to keep that innovative offense
What was he trying to do there? Package pile driver?
through the legs. Goes underneath the back elbow. I think that one caught Fox flush underneath the chin. Bam. Leaping Enzigiri as now AR Fox. It's like an iconoclasm steps through.
What the?
Ricochet up. The cutter sends him down.
That was unique.
Yeah, it really was. And Fox isn't done, guys.
450 right on the dot.
Ricochet kicks out.
Man, I don't care if you like Ricochet or not, you got to respect that kick out, because I thought it was
That was cool. That whole segment was just... I love
Of attacks there by
when a guy like AR Fox can get a chance to show off the way that he is.
Toughness here tonight.
right now he's frustrated, Taz.
He is frustrated, but that's Ricochet's show. He's battle tested. That's who gets that kick out there.
Because once again, we are getting to the top of the hour, so it looks like this is probably going to be close to
Into the
Ricochet holding on to that top rope.
Gotta be careful here.
He's going to grab the referee and then...
Grabbing on the referee's shirt.
It's tough for AR Fox to pull off whatever he wanted to do because
Got that little extra leverage.
Oh, God. Yep, there you go.
Now Ricochet the guard. 2. Fox still in this fight.
Talking about a great escape, Taz. That was a great one by Fox.
Well, that was what... That's a WWE finisher. You're not going to get that first time.
Ricochet too. And then just won that by Fox.
But Ricochet, the elaborate setup, the spirit. Oh, there it is. And he's not done yet.
He's small enough so he can do vertigo.
Vertigo, center of the ring. Ricochet collects the legs and collects the win.
See, he won't use vertigo unless the guy's small enough to do it.
Tremendous matchup right there.
All right, bell wet. Let's go. Match is over.
And we did not see Swerve Strickland. He didn't try to interfere in this match, which means it is official for Dynamite. Next Wednesday night on TBS, streaming on Max, the Crutch match. Swerve Strickland.
Oh, hello, Caesars.
Were those Eddie's tights? Or was that?
I was loaded to the bottom turnbuckle. Wait a second. Swerve Strickland.
Wow, he was sitting under the ring. Somebody came out without the music. Somebody came out without the music. Ricochet getting beaten up. AR Fox is awesome. Yeah, like, I'm very thankful that AR Fox is around. I'm very thankful that a lot of guys like him are getting an opportunity.
We're getting a preview of next week, guys. They're not kidding me. Oh, look at this. Ricochet pulling AR Fox in his path. He's got the scissors. He's the scissors against Fox's throat.
You talked about the history of Scott of Swerve and AR Fox
You do realize
years ago.
he's holding a hostage.
Using AR Fox as a human shield as Ricochet.
Swerve realistically shouldn't give two you-know-whats.
But there will be no such respite next week for Ricochet. He will have to face
I would have carried him all the way to the entrance, though, if I was him.
Crutch match. Is it
This is going to be a blast next week. You think it'll be the main event? I think so. They're hyping this up so much.
next Wednesday night Dynamite? Our return to Atlanta, Georgia. Swerve Strickland, Ricochet, finally being one-on-one, Tony.
Again, Ricochet with those scissors.
Nana got the look of anger and also got the dance in.
Let's just see what happens.
It will be a massive grudge match 1 week from tonight. Dynamite, our return from Atlanta, but fans earlier this week.
Attaboy, Taz.
Nate Paquette, part of the close-up series of interviews, a very revealing conversation with John Moxley. What a catch.
I really do hope you guys get a chance to see this interview.
Let's take a
Because it talked about a lot about these guys and what they're all about.
Around, things are significantly different. We've not seen that title since you won it. You win it, it's in a plastic garbage bag. Now Marina Shafir's carrying it around in a briefcase. Why are you essentially holding this title hostage?
What do you need to see? What do they need to see? What do you need to see? What do you want to get a look at it? You want to take a picture of it? It's a petting zoo? Is that what this is? Why do you need to see it? You don't know anything about it. You don't understand it at any level. You don't understand what a world championship means, what it's about, what it takes to be a champion, what it takes to climb a mountain. I am the AEW World Championship. I am the living definition of that championship. You want to see it? It's right here.
Well, there's your plot hole.
This is the AEW World Championship. It lives here. It's not,
Domestic fight.
it's not something you hold. It's not something you show off. It's not something you hold up over your head. It's not something you post a picture with. It lives in here. It's got to be cultivated, grown, forged in the white hot fires of combat, in the white hot fires of struggle. I'm trying to build 1,000 John Moxleys. I'm trying to back
So if you actually get a chance to watch it, at the very beginning, Renee turns around and says, well, yes, we got to take care of this elephant in the room. Yes, John is the husband and the father to my child. However, when the camera goes on, he becomes a different person that I don't recognize. Then they started the interview. So that's how they cleaned up that little bit of... That's not, huh? Can you pick up our... Can you pick up our daughter later? No, like I said, when that red light is on, he turns into somebody else. So that actually... I like the fact that they are actually trying to deal with the situation the best they can. And yes, there's a few tongue-in-cheek comments about it with some of the wrestlers, but for the most part, they've stayed away from it. And outside of the Jeff Jarrett promo, they didn't say much about Alicia Toot. They haven't said much with Big Bill, with Lexi Nair. Like, do I watch Botchamania? No. I'm not around trying to watch people screw up all the time. If I want to watch that, I can watch the politics these days. Because watching American politics, that's just one botch after the other. I'm a Canadian. I'll take the slings and arrows on that one. But yeah, I can imagine where Botchamania goes with that. All the credit to Matthew for all his work and all the stuff he does. I don't find that stuff entertaining a whole lot, to be honest. It's fun in spurts, but it's not something I watch really long term. And ask because they did it out of the Death Riders in a Ford Ranger commercial truck. Ah, nice. Very nice. And yeah, it was announced this. Thank you for bringing that up, Jay Quick. I was going to talk about that earlier. Triple H got announced for the WWE Hall of Fame this year after being attended to by Shawn Michaels, Stephanie McMahon, and The Undertaker, I do believe, talked to him about... Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Jay Quick. They came up and told him about it, that he's going to be the headliner this year at WrestleMania. It's tough when you have the boss enter the Hall of Fame. Makes me also wonder, when are they going to put the other former boss in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if he gets in there, to be honest. Or if he gets in there, it's going to be a long time. ADHD guy, but going back to the relationship on screen, did Ruby announce her Did Ruby announce? Yes, she did. And then she took her time off. No, Zodiac. They actually announced that Boss Time is the main event tonight. Unless you're talking about Jay White being the boss of the Bang Bang Gang. I don't think I ever... Yeah. I'm with you, Jay Quick. I don't think Vince ever gets in. Which is a shame. He's going to get the Pete Rose treatment that Pete Rose gets in baseball. Maybe MLB could put Vince in the... put him into the Hall of Fame.
Welcome back to Dynamite on TBS, streaming on Max. AEW fans and horror lovers, get ready, because Chris Jericho stars as Prophet in the pulse-pounding thriller.
Oh, that's right. So, funny thing about this Dark Match movie, folks. Let me just back it up here. Vince is a POS. He should be in the rest, but he should be in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. There are a lot of POSs there. Fair enough. I just don't think I don't think for oh God. I better get through this before we get to that.
Huntsville, Alabama, home of the Crimson Toe. Roll Toe! What's going on with the Nueve? As you just saw, my new movie Dark Match premieres in theaters and on Shudder this Friday night.
Yeah, Rose was inducted to WWE Hall of Fame. He's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame. That's what I was trying to say.
Speaking of violent, as we just saw last week on Collision, Big Bill took out Will Hobbs. Tell us about it, Redwood.
You know, what you said to me last week really struck a chord, LT. It's one thing for me to share the teachings of the learning tree with the world. It's another thing to put your words into action. I feel like now I know words in a way that I never did before. I feel stronger.
Thank you for the hydrate, my friend. Almost ran out of the drink here.
Say that makes me very proud. Makes me very proud of me for being such a great mentor. And Bill, I
I got a backup one just in case, and then I get to refill at the start of the next hour.
didn't do that, so
Drink your knowledge from the learning tree. Yes, yes.
chance to learn once again. This Saturday on Collision, when the Bad Apple and I take on the other two heathens who caused us to lose the 12-man match at Maximum Carnage, the Outrunners. And Outrunners
Jericho and Bill and Keith versus the Outrunners.
seen on television besides AEW ever. Mandela thing. So this Saturday, the youngest men alive are going to get taught a lesson from the smartest men alive.
Bill Switch.
Bill, I expect you to make me proud. For real this time. That's it. Another New York minute. Thanks, guys.
Oh, the look back. It's starting. It's starting. It started last week, and now it's going even further now. We're going to get that separation soon, and we're going to love every second of it. But yeah, the dark match movie, where you might actually have people that would watch it here in Edmonton. Guess where their special screening with the actors is? Guess when it is? Guess when they're having their special screening with the actors? Take a wild guess. I think if Vince was out of the Hall of Fame, he'd be worried if fans would hijack the Hall of Fame. Probably. That's why I say it won't happen for a hell of a long time. But take a wild guess. They are literally doing the screening with the actors at the show during the Royal Rumble. Like, literally, it is going to be, I think it's like 7 o'clock Eastern here in Edmonton. Like, is somebody completely stupid? How has Triple H avoided all criticism with the whole Vince thing? He was there the entire time. Can't tell me he did. My opinion, and let me just make sure I confer this, that this is my opinion. The reason Triple H gets a bit of a pass on all this is for the fact that everybody's scared that if Triple H isn't involved in the promotion anymore, everything would fall apart. Which to many ways I agree with, but at the same time I also disagree with. I don't think it would happen, but I do think there's a possibility. There's always that possibility, but I do think that's why it happened. I think it's very telling. Yeah, the money talks too. Like that's definitely gonna be part of it. I think it's very telling that, let's face it, the press conference era changed when everybody grilled Triple H at that Royal Rumble, which I do believe was a year ago. Like, after that Royal Rumble, I think it was last year when all these things started coming out. And the fact that Triple H's PR skills are about as stinky as an MJF promo when it goes long. I think the basis of how the post shows are done now has changed dramatically. And the amount that Triple H gets involved in. just, yeah, it just,
Moxley isn't that AEW World Championship.
there's a lot there. Good Lord, Mike, it just hit me. My childhood memories of Triple H taking 45 minutes of a Raw opening in the 2000s will come to light in his Hall of Fame speech. I think Triple H wasn't involved. They would probably have Shawn run it. In many ways, that could be the case, but does Shawn want to run it? Because Shawn's doesn't have to be on the road all the time compared to what Hunter does, right? Or what Paul does, sorry. Love how Triple H did his promos. The game. I think I might have to actually start. I might even do that as a point redeem one of these days. If you think CM Punk will run NXT after Shawn, wouldn't surprise me.
You can see the redness, the welts already rising on the chest of Wheeler Yuta.
I think Phil might actually be a good spot there. If Shawn did want to run it, I could see Rock running it remotely. No. He's not creative enough. And the writers that he has ain't going to help him enough, I don't think. You can tell how Rock's booking works just for what happened at WrestleMania last year. Because, frankly, he wanted to run through with him in WrestleMania in the main event. It took a Triple H miracle to get that fixed up. And even then, it's one of the piss poorest ways of fixing things up that I've ever seen. CM Punk first month booking Collision has been all in for him to run a product. Yeah.
As cannon fodder, so to speak. So that could be where the whipping boy conversation comes from. But I don't think it's that. I think it's more than he's cannon fodder. Listen, I think Moxley's just a real tough coach. I mean, that's really it. I mean, it's tough love. There's nothing wrong with that.
Missed that month of Collision.
Right now, it's tough sledding here for you with Jay White. But
Have you heard of Barbershop? Oh. Now, my personal opinion, like that Collision, I still prefer what they're doing now. I know in many ways there was a special type of wrestling that was going on there. It's a little more of an old school feel. I do think that the old school feel needs to be modernized a little bit for this year's society. Well, I can understand why you enjoy it. I don't know if it would be a long-term solution. I don't really know if anything's a real long-term solution at this point.
And it's not a weapon involved. The ring is a weapon. He used it and utilized it, but it's not a disqualification. He saw in Claudio Castagnoli's match with Jeff Jarrett using the environment, using the various...
I'm biased. That was my favorite match in AEW history was FTR Bullet Club. Like, matches like that are still great. They can still put those on. It's just everything else that was put together really didn't... I want more stories that create things together. And while Punk had the top of the card figured out pretty good, it's just the bottom of the card. Granted, no promotion's doing a real great job of that right now, and that's what happens when you have a bloated roster like you do. Hell, if you guys stop by tonight for our WWE 2K24 My GM mode, none of my singles champions actually have, like, I just started a level 2 feud with one of them. But Ciampa doesn't have anybody. Zayn doesn't have anybody. In terms of a feud going into it right now. It's so hard to book with bloated rosters. Like, we're going to have some fun tonight. We're going to break down Fastlane. We're going to have a great card, but we got some feuds to clean up. But at the same time, it's tough when you don't. You got to get through these rivalries and then start up other ones, and we're gonna have some crazy matches go on. I will say that, because there is a possibility we might be cashing in a very major card, thanks to Zodiac's guidance here. But yeah, it's nice to watch Wheeler Yuta here go to work with a guy like Jay White. This is a good, solid wrestling match to keep things going forward. Yuta's got that great storyline going with him. Like the fact that he was against everything that the Death Riders did, and now just literally... He's literally the lethal weapon that they use. All apologies to Steve Blackman. Like every time they have problems, they literally just get Wheeler to get this one little spot in to fix things up. So congrats to Wheeler for managing to get that spot, but... You don't need to tap. He's also young too, right? Like realistically, him and Jay White, like I can understand why people get a little worried about how thin he is and how much he doesn't have on his, how much they have on their frames. And I know when people look for a champion, a top champion or promotion, you look at a guy that fills out to look like an actual... Well, it's like AR Fox. We were making that joke that he looked like he just came off the... either being a car valet or just coming in from outside. And in many ways, you feel the same way just because of the lack of the definition on Yuta, or looking at Jay White here, just the size of him, which can't really fault him. I mean, I look homeless right now. Well, with those tights, Yuta looks like he might be fighting for food here, but... All right, Jay White saving himself there. You know Jay's got to win this, right? Somehow he's got to win this. He's going to hit a Blade Runner out of nowhere.
As Yuta was grabbing at his, and now these two men, pardon the expression, may be on equal footing as Jay White up to the top rope.
I don't know if they're on equal footing if one's sitting on the top rope and the other one's trying to stand up there. Ooh, nice clothesline. I ain't stupid. We're getting this done. Oh, he didn't even let go. That's unique. Like literally dragging him on the top and just holding him there, sending him up, and then sending him over. So they're doing a double taping for Phoenix.
Looks like he's got just hanging against the ropes is all Wheeler Yuta can do right now.
So TK has actually admitted that he's not announcing venues that much ahead because he doesn't want an episode just like World's End. Because he's already getting one in London, right? Because the same week, well, the next weekend after Forbidden Door, they just announced Clash in Paris for WWE, right?
Very painful hold, perfect grip right there. You want to cup over your opponent's kneecap, and that's exactly what you just do. And that's what I look for when I see a single leg grab. Where do you cup?
So with WWE, they're trying to, like, hell, Grand Slam and Vengeance Day are on the same night, right?
Looking for relief, and he finds it. When you don't cup over the knee, there's less pressure on the chin.
Hey, McKerndy.
So Yuta yelling at referee Paul Turner, I have till 5. He's right. He's right. And Paul Turner heard that many a time out of the mouth of Bryan Danielson, the former mentor.
I love how they're using that Bryan Danielson thing on with Yuta. Just try to use everything possible there.
Against Yuka Sakazaki. And we will hear from the AEW Women's World Champion Mariah May after the stunning return of Timeless Toni Storm as Yuta drives down
High angle slam.
the chance here, the cover, the lateral press, and Jay White kicking out. That was a great cover there, Shivani.
Well, everything's usually important, but we had Ricochet beat AR Fox. Swerve came out and beat him up after the match. Claudio beat Jeff Jarrett thanks to Mox interference. Then MJF came out and laid him out. We found out we're getting Chris Jericho and Brian Keith versus the Outrunners on Saturday. Sean Ross Sapp reported that Hobbs was supposed to work this week, but apparently he has a cut that will not allow him to continue. And right now we're getting a Jay White versus Wheeler Yuta absolutely great match.
Some pain here, Taz. Can't even stand up, man.
He's got hard. Nice German right there with a British. German suplex that cover. Jay White narrowly avoiding defeat.
This is where we're talking about needs a little bit more meat on him. Because that German looked really flat.
By Yuta. As Yuta ascend to the top. The splash note. Jay White rolls inward.
Oh, nice back elbow.
Back elbow from Wheeler Yuta.
Going for that Busaiku knee again.
Psycho knee. As Jay White up to his feet. Yuta. Psycho no. Jay
And there's your reversal of the Blade Runner out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. I don't even have to wait for the 3 count to know that one's going down.
Now, considering what Jay White went through to that knee, Taz, that was a heck of a win, man.
You are not kidding, my man. That was very impressive. Both men out of the match. Great offense. And
But this keeps Jay White still up there for that, looking for that title match.
has not forgotten how Wheeler Yuta has tormented him over the last month or so. Another Blade Runner for a good measure. Hey, I don't blame Jay White.
Just wait until Claudio shows up now, or Pac more likely.
Great people of the great state of Alabama. They want to
Yuta gets no protect. No. The front line.
oh, wait a second.
Oh, here's some help.
Just as Jay White is poised to deliver another Blade Runner, in comes the world champion, Jon Moxley. Trying to get the tip. Uh-oh, watch behind you.
And there's Claudio from behind.
Distracted, and there goes Claudio Castagnoli from behind. Small, simple game plan. Why the death run is not ill. Just stopping the hell out of Jay White here.
So literally, well, here we go. We haven't seen him on Dynamite in a while. Well, this crowd decided to wake up. Big growing on Jay White recently. Still, don't forgive him for turning on the Acclaimed a couple months ago. But you got to do what you got to do in wrestling sometimes. And now with Bowens working on himself and Caster.
A little different because it's an even fight right now. Death Riders, I know how you operate. And here's the thing, I don't hate how you operate. But what I do hate is when you try to end a 67-year-old man who is my
If you guys didn't see the promo last week, they tried to concerto Ricky Morton.
One half of the greatest tag team, the Midnight Express. Dennis Condrey is here. And in Dennis Condrey's name, on Collision, FTR versus the Death Riders. In a Mid-South street fight.
Hello.
See y'all there.
Now, can we make it a trios match for the title? I really wish that they would move the time of Collision. I am going to watch both. I want to do a stream of a sidecast of both, but I'm not going to be home in time to watch the beginning of the Rumble proper, so. Oh, they're going to show the promo from Saturday that everybody was talking about that, apparently nobody ever watched.
I am your biggest fan. Everything you've done, I've seen it from the UK to Japan to here in AEW.
Now, I'll give you guys a Cole's Notes thing of what I was going to bring out my promo. I'm like, I was going to talk about this and all the backlash about it being on Collision. My answer to that is very simple. If you go back to when Scott Hall invaded WCW, that first night when he climbed through the ring, through the ropes, everyone, did people think that should have happened on a different week? Should they have found a way to announce it? Should they have found a way to, let people know in advance so they turned the TV that way? No. You want to be surprised. The very first time that things happen, especially in the social media era, you're going to watch on clips, but then that's going to make you want to watch the show because you never know what's going to happen. Because I will tell you this. My feelings on Saturday Night's Main Event is they are great wrestling matches involving great wrestlers, but there's a whole lot of nothing burgers on that show. We had something here.
Please give it up for your AEW Women's
As we get Mariah May coming out to do a promo right now. Which, if you saw the video after the show, Mariah looked shook. The fact that Timeless is back. This is not known for greatest matches, I would say. Saturday Night's Main Event has never been known for great matches, even back in the 90s.
Well, it's great to be in Huntsville. But looking around, maybe we should change the first letter to a C?
Wow! Let's go!
Mariah, we have
Let's go already!
metamorphosis of Timeless Tony Storm, who you will be defending your championship against at Grand Slam Australia. You seemed visibly shaken, Mariah. We're doing this? Playing Tony Storm, the return of Tony Storm?
Yes!
This isn't real, Renee. None of this is real. Tony Storm is not real!
It had potential to be great matches, but there was just things up. Going back to the 90s, it never was a good show. It was a show to promote other shows. Last Saturday was to promote the Rumble this weekend. Uh-oh, Mariah, what do you guys say?
To play the role of Tony Storm? Okay. Why don't you play the Tony Storm who gave her heart to a woman who used her for her gold? No. Why don't you play the Tony Storm whose most memorable moment was bleeding and crying in my hands? Why don't you play the Tony Storm who walked out
But you did. You did change.
I am the woman from hell, and I always will be, and I will remind you for the rest of your life.
I can't wait to hear a comeback of this.
Now,
Get back to your comment in just a moment.
for this is your AEW Women's World Champion.
Well, Mariah May certainly became
All right, well, Mariah, just a straightforward promo saying, go back to whatever version you want to be. I'm still going to beat your ass.
so many great tag teams
We,
in all of elite wrestling. Let's hear from a couple of names we haven't heard from in a while.
wait, what?
First-time champions with these young kids. We don't necessarily like the way they approach their business, but
The Guns?
what they become.
We demand respect. We are the best tag team in the world. We're just some high rollers, some top shelf gunslingers. Your unified trios.
I'm liking this. Can't remember if it was Colton or Austin that ended up having the injury. We got a commercial break coming up, so we'll chat about that in a sec here. All right, they're coming back.
Well, fans coming up this Saturday night.
All right, Murder on Saturday,
Samoa Joe will team up to face
and they're gonna run up against the Rumble.
Sabian of the Patriarchy. Once the tag team action will continue in the Lurch
So we're getting 3 tag teams on Saturday.
Take on the Outrunners this Saturday night for Collision. We will also hear from Timeless Tony Storm.
So Tony gonna have her come back about
Clash with Mariah May in Brisbane, Australia for the AEW Women's World Championship. And Daniel Garcia will put his TNT championship.
Garcia versus Moriarty and O'Reilly. Okay, that'll slam.
Lee Moriarty, let's take a look at how we got here. Beginning a couple weeks ago at Collision, the Undisputed Kingdom were victorious. It was Shane Taylor who hit the ring, laying waste to O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong. Daddy Magic, Daniel Garcia came in to even the odds, bailing out.
This Saturday's gonna be a lot of fun. I will tell you this: I will have the Rumble on one screen. I will have Collision on the other. We will be here after both are wrapped up to talk about it. Thank you, King and Zoom. Gotta love the Adam Cole emote there. As we got Mercedes and Yuka coming up here in a moment.
The Magical Girl will challenge the CEO, Mercedes Mone, for the TBS.
And the MJF foot, nice. I just wish that Nye knew how to wrestle and Gunther versus Jay did that with a damn botch powerbomb. That ruined the whole show. Yeah, I get it.
Normally, we would do it. But we're going to celebrate first because we are classy gentlemen who conduct business. Now, first of all, I would like to recognize the former AEW Tag Team Champions, Private Party, and Warriors. They fought hard. It wasn't their fault that they ran into the most devastating tag team.
I like MVP, the fact that he's actually putting over
These tag team titles. They stay here.
the ex-champs. He's an old school promo artist.
Standing next to the shelf and picture the Hurt Syndicate will accept any challenge. Any challenge. Time.
This is going to be fun with the tag titles now, as long as they use them.
Let me hurt people.
As they get the ads going on for the upcoming shows here. Yeah, like I said, Saturday night's main event is simply just a promo vehicle on NBC to promote a show coming up. And The first one was to promote Netflix. Second one was for the Rumble. The two that they got planned for Double or Nothing weekend and Grand Slam weekend are to fuck with AEW. Let's just not even call space spade here. But yeah, either way. But before we get to our main event here, as per tradition, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of what's going to be coming up here because we got some breaking news here on the channel for what we're going to be doing here. So tomorrow we'll be on here probably around 1 p.m. Eastern, maybe a little earlier. Indiana Jones and the Circle of Truth, or the Great Circle, sorry. We'll be throwing through that. Thank you, Catherine, for popping in there. Just try to make sure you get the breaking news in. Good to see you here. No stream Friday. Saturday, like I said, I'm not going to be streaming during the Rumble and Collision. I want to watch both. I don't have the ability to watch both. So we're going to be on after both are done. Probably going to be looking at about 10 o'clock Eastern, somewhere there. We'll be checking out Week 16 of WWE 2K24 after that. And just Week 16. I did announce earlier that we are going to be doing single tapings from here on out. Once we're done Season 4, we're going to call it a day because Season 5 will release approximately a week after we finish Season 4. Sunday night, here's the breaking news. Join myself and Backbreaker Media partner, Andre C., the man who has been with me since day one, as we are going to celebrate 10 years of Backbreaker Media here on my Twitch channel, on our YouTube channel. I might even see if we can put it out on Facebook. We'll see how things go. Going to test out and see how the communications go. But we're going to talk about how things started, how we feel about wrestling then compared to now. How we're just going to be shooting off the cuff. If you guys want to come in and ask questions, talk about the good times, the bad times, the other times, more than willing to have you here. Our 10-year anniversary was actually January 1st. We're just a little late getting this together here. Thank you for the congratulations, Catherine. I appreciate it. No stream Monday, probably no stream Tuesday. The last two I've said I'm going to try, but I'm going to say no unless otherwise, because that's just the safer thing to say. And then next Wednesday, we will be back here with AEW Dynamite once again. Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet in a street fight, as well as Week 17 of WWE 2K24 My GM mode. So if you want to know what's going on here live, make sure you just hit the follow button. It just makes life so much easier for yourself. If you're not subscribed, you're probably watching ads right now. But if you're watching on YouTube, on the VOD, make sure you hit a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to know when we drop everything on our YouTube channel. By the way, if you guys aren't there, I will send the links for both the wrestling and the gaming YouTube channels, as we got a ton of stuff coming out, including that pre-show that we did tonight here, talking about the 2K games that we're getting coming down the pipe here in the next couple months. PGA 2K25 and WWE 2K25, and what they could entail and what I'm looking forward to. So, but most importantly, more than anything else, no matter what happens, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. I know I sound like I ran a promo a little bit. It's the experience doing commentary. I'm just trying to be me as much as I can, but me is like that. Or just in the most pure moments, I sound artificial a little too times. I get a little paranoid about that. Winning promo. Thank you, King Zoom. Next week, we're going to be talking about the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, at least, as well as the MLB The Show drop that's going to be coming on Tuesday. We're going to talk about things coming up here in terms of game-wise. I might even start these now at... I'm thinking of starting them like at 7 o'clock Eastern now. Might have to do a full hour. Because the other video I wanted to do tonight, I didn't get a chance to do. because I want to talk about everybody and they're losing their stuff about Tony Storm working Collision for the greatest promo in AEW history.
That's not all. We still had so much more action earlier tonight. Jeff Jarrett looking
Oh my God.
World Championship in order to get it. He had to go through Claudio Castagnoli, but John Moxley,
They realistically, did something run early?
shot stealing the match, giving it over to Claudio Castagnoli. It was 2 consecutive neutralizers for Castagnoli that ended the hopes for
Because you never see this run down before a main event, unless they run early. I'd like to see them give the women more time instead, but
Respect my elders. And that's precisely why I'm not gonna say I told you so.
MJF, the lowest of the low. But right now, let's head to the back where we will hear from the Vendetta, Taya Valkyrie, and Deonna Purrazzo.
Come here. Come. Moments from now, we're going to witness Mercedes Mone defend her TBS Championship versus Yuka. We both know that could have been me. It should have been me. And it would have been me if it wasn't for Harley Cameron. Harley, you love sticking your balloons where they don't belong. You know what, Taya? This world wasn't built for women like us. And that is exactly why we need to take what we think we deserve. So, Harley, now you belong to the Vendetta. Saturday, Collision. We're coming to collect.
all right. So Harley versus Deonna, Harley versus
Championship, of course. But before Harley attempted to throw the CEO, another woman will have the opportunity. But Taz, the CEO, Mercedes Moné, the champion's prerogative to enter first. The CEO, let's give the people of Huntsville, the people on TBS and Magic show.
Well, of course, Mercedes, you know the deal with Mercedes. She needs the spotlight on her at all times. I respect it out of her, and she's just collecting
somebody making some funny
right left. Look at this. She's drifting gold here, guys.
funny mentions on the old Twitter machine and just yeah.
4 belts. Mercedes Moné, 4 physical belts, but it's 3 championships. It's the RevPro Undisputed British Heavyweight Championship that she won in Tokyo.
So how do you get 4 belts and only 3 championships?
Title she's added to her collection, but she is also the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, and of course, our TBS Champion, which will be
So the Rev Pro is 2 titles?
against the woman
Does anybody here watch Rev Pro that can give me the highlights on that?
earned the right to challenge Mercedes for that title. And I say woman, may have been a slip of the tongue because of course, Taz, we know she's the magical girl.
She is the magical girl. This is how it happens.
Oh, Excalibur. I'm so sorry for you there.
4-way match. Yuka Sakazaki facing Deonna Purrazzo, but of course there you see Taya Valkyrie getting involved, taking advantage of the no disqualification nature of a 4-way match, but it was Harley
You got the ads just finishing up here.
neutralizing Taya Valkyrie, and it was Yuka Sakazaki who pulled up Deonna Purrazzo to earn her shot at the CEO and the TBS Championship here tonight.
But yeah, it's just nice to see that the women get the main event spot right now, regardless.
Justin Roberts, take it away, Justin.
Now I wonder if Consequences Creed is a little jealous of Mercedes' outfit.
It's for the TBS Championship. Introducing the challenger from Southtown, Yuka Sakazaki.
So if you're not familiar, yes, that is a Fatal Fury reference.
Boston, Massachusetts. She is the reigning and defending team.
Always gotta love a good Capcom girl in a main event match, right?
Mercedes Moné.
And the whole crowd's like, you.
Not a fan of people from Boston. Jeez. I guess not. In Boston, they went south on them in a hurry, didn't they? Yes, there, man.
As soon as you say Boston to somebody in Alabama, you knew. The South shall rise again.
As we're coming to you live on
I'm from Canada, so I'm about as far north as you can get, so don't get any stupid ideas.
Yuka Sakazaki locking horns in the center of the ring.
All right, so we got about 10 minutes before, so I want to see how long we actually get here.
They both have that
Geese Howard must die.
so
Yes.
really awesome matchup here. There's control right there by Yuka. Fans, before we dive into this,
So if you didn't see, by the way, on the Switch Online, Fatal Fury 2 is actually on, has been added to Switch Online this past week, so
Moxley, and we'll review it this Saturday night on TNT and stream it on Max. Great to see
I love how the response are
the ring for that.
input reading, horrible fighting game, controls are so tight, so precise. I'm like, yeah, welcome to 90s fighting games, guys.
Yuka sending Mercedes off to the shoulder tackle, but Mercedes
Can make an argument that Southtown is Jacksonville or Tampa.
often tasked that Mercedes
Fair enough.
That's true. That's true. You're right. I mean, civilize both these athletes. Nice roll through there. Quickness, as I said, the high energy. Running that time. Yeah. You can drop her shoulder and look that little
Well, guys, as you know, 20-minute time limit. The time is always on the champion side. We've got about 9 minutes before the top of the hour. We're going to stay with this match as long as it takes. We're up to the 20-minute time limit.
sounds great. As a referee, Andre, nobody home. The magical will pulled out some magic. And now Yuka with the body scissors. And
Oh, here we go.
Mercedes around the world, giving her plenty of time to think about it. Yuka, she'll get you dizzy here. Look at this. I stack the cover.
Just trying to figure out when she wants to pin there.
Pull off that cover and stop it in time she blocks that roll.
Oh, nice counter.
How deadly that's been. But Mercedes anticipated it and countered with that roll up. Oh, chopping from the
All right, that hurt.
Mercedes is red hot right now, 13-0. She has more momentum than any woman in the division right now. And I think that includes the world champion.
I would have liked to see a little bit more build up for Yuka before this matchup, but the fact that, you know, anybody could get a chance at the TBS Championship actually isn't the worst thing in the world.
same can be said about Yuka Sakazaki, who avoided the dropkick attempt from the CEO as Yuka spinning Mercedes around. Right on her face, Mercedes went for the kick, but instead Yuka. Now look at it, Mercedes getting frustrated with the challenger, but Yuka coming around.
Ha! Everything that you could.
Face right there.
I feel Mercedes is wearing Chelsea Green's gear. I think that should be something that gets posted online here, because you can imagine the
Now climbing to the top rope, Mercedes.
social media stands would be going nuts right now.
Yuka picking her moment, but no, Mercedes putting some distance between herself and the challenger.
Now, let's not forget, Yuka was out 147 days of broken legs, so a high-risk maneuver I didn't think was in her game plan, but apparently it is.
The kick was attempted by Yuka.
I think Yuka would pretty much do anything she could to get this match won.
Oh, Mercedes shifting the momentum in her favor. Don't go anywhere because our main event continues.
That's right.
Ha! Our main event continues. That's right. Gotta love it when you hear the commentary and you can actually respond to it appropriately. Now, you know what would pop me here? One of the big surprises for the Rumble actually shows up here instead. Like, I know it's never happening. Don't get me wrong. Don't call me... You can call me stupid all you want, but not for this reason. Could you imagine just, Rebecca Quinn showing up here after this match to face off with Mercedes? I know it's not going to happen, folks, but could you imagine 4 days before the Rumble seeing that on your screen? That's what you call a shocking moment. Because then it just throws everybody to Tiffy like, wait. No, what? Wait. You're supposed to be going to this one, not this one. What? Those are the moments that as wrestling fans you want to see, but as promoters you never will. Especially in 2024 when people get such easy access to information on everything. It's hard to keep secrets these days, depending on who's looking and who's watching and who's letting things go. And even now, after everything that happened with Ibu there, yes, I know it was a personal situation, but it was also some confidential stuff that got out. That, you're probably not going to see a lot of surprises here coming up for a while. I want to see him. I'd love to see him, but... And I'm going to say that I do feel that a lot of people are going to be disappointed in the Rumbles this weekend for the lack of surprises they're going to get. It's one of the big things when you have as rosters as packed as all AEW has, MLW, TNA. Like TNA and NXT, yes, they're going to have the crossover. They're going to have people visiting back and forth. If you're looking for 5 or 6 surprises at each Rumble, I don't think you're going to get. Rosters are too deep. You can pull up from NXT so easily that, also it doesn't cost you to bring them in. They're spending more money bringing streamers in to live stream the show. Like, I almost am taking a bet that they're going to waste a Rumble spot on Kai Cenat. So that literally he gets into the ring with his cam and he's streaming during the Rumble. Social media numbers will go through the roof. Will it make a better match? Hell no. I don't think Kai Cenat is a Bad Bunny or Ice Speed. I think Ice Speed's also one of those that's going to be live streaming there. Ice Speed with Logan Paul, maybe. They did have that one spot together. What was it, a Mania?
Our Dynamite main event continues live on TBS and streaming on Max. The Magical Girl Yuka Sakazaki looking to dethrone the CEO.
Barely keep up with wrestling, yeah. Like, but with WWE, they did announce that Ice Speed will be live streaming from the Rumble, all access on his Twitch. I think it's on his Twitch channel. One's doing Twitch, one's doing YouTube. I'm thinking at this point, but oh, nice reversal, Mercedes. All right, that's got to suck. Well, Mercedes sold it well there. Not the best, but you know what? Magical Girl Jones. If I was Mercedes, I would have charged her and give her another shot so she could do it again. That way you don't look stupid just standing there in your Mortal Kombat dizzy moment. Mortal Kombat 1. Is that what you're supposed to do? Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. The Three Amigos. Unos, dos, and tres. They're not going for the frog splash. Usually when she does the Three Amigos, she immediately goes for the frog splash in tribute to Guerrero. With this one, she literally just went straight for the cover.
So that's homage to him. So right now, though, the TBS champs got it
try to beat the Magic Girl here because she's showing the toughness is Yuka. Yeah, but Mercedes finding out firsthand that Yuka not an easy out. Don't let that Magic Girl, let that smile, that persona fool you. Yuka is as tough as they come. And perhaps Mercedes underestimating the challenger here. And a lot of news that
There you go. Now you got the Eddie Guerrero pose.
over, and then walking back over Yuka. A lot of showboating by the champ, and now Magic Girl's up. Yuka up to her feet.
I thought she was going to do the running knee, but unfortunately she's like 2 feet shorter than what she needs to be there.
As Yuka poured it on with the elbows in the ropes. Yuka now maybe with a superplex, maybe an Avalanche brainbuster in mind. What's she gonna do here? Yuka's got him.
Wow.
What a landing! The champ is in a lot of pain here. A lot of pain and potentially a lot of trouble. Is Yuka looking to make the cover? Does lateral pass and
Mercedes kicks out at 2.9.
that's what a championship kick out is right there. This deep in a matchup. The title's on the line. You take this big
Oh, there we go.
and you're able to kick out.
All right.
But now Yuka,
We are going overtime here, so
that big merry-go-round was that hammerlock too. Yeah, that
Aubrey, get the hell out of the way.
first spin, but Mercedes. What counters? Look for the moneymaker. It's counter. No, Yuka
Oh, she landed on her feet.
counter. Well, this time by Yuka. And Yuka, look at that. The thrust kick. So that look a shot.
No way.
The CEO's in trouble. Yeah, she got caught right in the jaw with that thrust kick. In the jaw. The hammerlock cinched in. The
No, Aubrey's getting nailed.
CEO.
No.
Ride and driven down. Uh-oh. Is this Yuka's chance? The opportunity here. She's got it. No. Wow.
2.87. 2.87.
And don't wait. You can get up and get on her. Look at this impact here, guys.
I'm actually surprised.
Hammerlock was cinched
Mercedes giving Yuka a lot here.
first. And now Yuka.
I can understand it. Like, let it go if you can, but
What happened, Taz? Well, you're right. You are correct. Face first goes Yuka. CEO's back in control, maybe. Backstabber.
there's the backstabber into the moneymaker.
Maker.
Statement maker, sorry.
Yuka in the center of the ring. Long way to go. She does that long.
Is she countering? Oh my goodness.
Yuka counters the roll-up. Mercedes forced to abandon ship. Swing and a miss by the champion. Yuka rolling elbow strike. Got all of that. And this is how Yuka did it this past Sunday. Collision. The roll-up. No.
Wow.
Second kicking out. Super close there. Yuka has come to fight, guys. Wow, she is giving.
Mercedes put on a hell of a performance here, along with Yuka.
Mercedes gets the
Yeah, there was one bad spot there, whatever.
kick to the back of the head. The Enziguri has Mercedes staggered Yuka. Oh, Chuck
Ooh, that's creative. Like, I've seen Taya do that, but she slides out of the ring as she pulls the person down. So it almost like you kick the back of the legs out.
that magical girl splash. If she hits it, could be it for Mercedes.
Oh,
Up. And now the roll. 2, 3. No. Yuka.
no, just reversal.
Meet the jaw. Mercedes thinking one move ahead that time. Powerbomb. And Mercedes not done.
Power bomb. What are you doing now? Oh, now she's going to go for it.
Got her hook. The moneymaker.
You heard her there. Got her, bitch. A lot better match than I expected. You knew that we were going to put on a decent match, but 13 minutes?
Well, Mercedes Mone remains the TBS champion, and she had to earn every single.
I was almost thinking maybe they bring out Harley Cameron here at the end, but
And fans, we thank you for joining us tonight
I like the fact that they've actually done a little bit more with the match instead.
on TNT and streaming on Max for Collision.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find a way to get Netflix stream it on my desktop or my laptop so I get opportunity to watch both. Good match. Still want the moneymaker to go. Yeah, fair enough. Like, for somebody like Yuka, I could live with it. With somebody bigger, no, absolutely not. Like, it's just a horrible move. But yeah, having it on somebody like a Yuka I can live with. And yeah, like, frankly, Mercedes gave Yuka all the, I don't know if this will propel her to anything, but this will definitely make her look credible. And I think that's probably one of the most important parts of it. So, all in all tonight, pretty decent show. Like, was there anything that went really over the moon on stuff? Not really. You had Ospreay defeating Brian Cage with the Styles Clash once again. But then him and Omega getting beaten down after the match. Thanks to the 4 people for the Callis family. Setting up, of course, the Bucks. That's what we all think. Claudio beating Jeff Jarrett. Thanks to Moxley's help. So it would have been nice to just be... It would have been nice to see Claudio just win side clean for once, but makes Jarrett look strong enough that he can't take on MJF without issue. Jay White, Wheeler Yuta. Jay White, sneaks in that Blade Runner. The Blade Runner's taking over as the most protected move in wrestling right now. Honestly, nobody kicks out of it. Nobody kicks out of it. And I really do... I do see Jay White eventually get that title with the charisma, but he does need to have the guns back, which we did have that promo about. So, AR Fox and Ricochet setting up the Swerve match. Good match, don't get me wrong. Just Ricochet wins. Attempted murder, attempted kidnapping, finishes that off. And then we got the main event there with Mercedes letting Yuka look like $1 million, but still retaining her championship. And I still say we're probably going to end up with Harley Cameron as... It's either going to be Harley. I still got a backwards hunch that it could be Indy Hartwell. I still got a backwards hunch that it could be Indy Hartwell that ends up winning that championship spot for Australia. If it isn't, like, Harley could end up in a different match with somebody else. I would love to see an all Australian card, like every match has an Australian in it for a Grand Slam, but we'll have to see how that goes here. But